Hello everyone, my name is SiC. Welcome back to Humankind, Together We Rule. Before we continue, I would like to point out that I do now have a Ko-fi account where you could support the channel directly if you so choose, by either paying a monthly or a one-time donation, which of course is entirely optional, but it will be greatly appreciated in these times of increased financial stress. Yeah, let's continue on. I just noticed actually that these guys, I did see them roaming through my lands before. I figured they were lone enemy units, but they are in fact envoys, which are diplomatic agents which will gather intel, who are cultural ambassadors. So visiting foreign cities allows for both parties to gain influence, and they, might be a reason as to why we are losing control over Dur Kurigal Zoo over here. Because once again, they are no longer my client state, or at least, well, we have that treaty. But I don't know if they are actually mine or not. It's not entirely clear to me. But I think at this point, let us invest a little bit more influence, because I'm making a lot of influence right now. And let's try to get them back under our control, because we are, in fact, losing the total share of patronage. There's 241 patronage from all empires. I have 155, which is the majority, but apparently that still causes them to be neutral, which is kind of interesting. Though we do share a lot of kinship, which is nice. Meanwhile, though, let's have a look at Urim, who can build a new whatever we want to build, really. We need to improve its stability a little bit. Unfortunately, there is nothing left to build in terms of stability. Though at this point, we could still start investing into army units, crossbowmen, pikemen, swordsmen. Actually, let's grab a swordsman right now. We have a fair amount of population. And I think that also contributes to... No, it doesn't really contribute to instability. That's just Civilization 5, which I've been playing recently.
It's one of those moments that make you feel like a small thing on a wondrous planet.
Which is also on my mind. Alright, so we found the Great Blue Hole. We found it over here, which is interesting, because I am nowhere near that location, but oh well. Oh, this is an interesting place to take. They have Mercury. Not that strong. But then they also have silver, and then we have two unknown strategic locations, and these, because they're on islands, tend to be uranium, like the more random or more rare of items. We might actually want to try and send someone over. Let's actually upgrade the Agaushis into pikemen, and then we will split off a warrior, I think. That warrior is going to try to get over here, which is going to take roughly, holy crap, 20 turns. It's going to take forever. He might die along the way, who knows. Actually, he might just have to move here for now and wait his turn, since he cannot embark right now. These warriors, meanwhile, can join up with our army, so that we have a full stack of 5 again. And then we can build something new in Unuk. Now, we have a lot of stability, though it is reducing a little bit. At this point, though, I think I would like to build envoys. Spies could also be very interesting, because they are stealth units. They can manipulate a city and create an army decoy after unlocking the military coordination. And basically they can infiltrate districts, can watch a foreign city, siphon a foreign district, and track an opposing army. But for now, let's actually go ahead and build our first ever envoy, so that we can start collecting some much needed leverage. As for Urim, what else could we build? Basically, we can build a commons quarter. It's not going to be particularly strong for the +5. Like, this is the recommended because we don't lose anything, so that is decent, I suppose. But it's only +5 stability. But I suppose it is the way to go. So let's just go ahead and build. Alright, these guys going to embark. Trade route destroyed. Violence has put an end to your selling of horses to Supreme Ruler Wang Senji, the Mauryaans. Alright.
Your first envoy. This seasoned traveler represents you abroad, and also has quite a note.
I did not mean to cancel that, but I wanted to have a look at who is the next closest person. It is the brown people. That sounds horrible. The brown people. They have a brown icon, okay? Don't judge me. They are a people we haven't met yet. Next up are the pink guys, which I also haven't seen yet. And then we have the purple guys. The Harappans, which are now something else. The English. So I guess what we'll do is we'll try to move over to the English, since if we even can, of course. That is the question. But that will be interesting. We could maybe get some valuable intel from there. Now let's see what else we can get that provides us with a lot of benefits. Like 1 turn for +7 industry is not bad at all. We could get +8 and 2. Money also is valuable. Influence always is valuable as well. We could get +19 science from library. Actually, let's go ahead and grab that. And then for San Lorenzo, what do we have in terms of infrastructures? Nothing too amazing in terms of production. Food, decent, for sure. You know, they provide us with +2 food per farmers, so this is actually pretty decent as well. It keeps growing stronger over time as we get more farmers. Let's actually go ahead and grab the granary then. And then the Chang'an. Affinity bonus, +10 stability after completion. Interesting. That is very strange. +10 stability after completion. Alright, well, I guess we can then, in fact, go ahead and build the Barai, because it also provides food as well as production. And let's see if that actually doesn't decrease our stability.
You have our greetings.
Scientific correspondence with the Mauryaans. Again, they tried to do this thing that I don't really need them for, because they're way behind us. They tried it before. I'm going to cancel that because it's just not that great for us. Man. Yeah, I guess we'll move over here for now. It's going to take 11 turns to get there. The reason is we probably cannot cross because we haven't researched the thing that allows us to cross oceans, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Let me have a look, because I'm trying to determine what it is that we actually need to get that. Naval transport, 3 masted ships. Ranged combat naval unit must have run a set. Replaces land units which embark to travel across oceans. Alright, well, we have some of those already, but they take damage in deep water, or they cannot enter deep water, I guess. I'm trying to remember or find where we get access to that kind of ship. This might actually be the first one. That would be weird. Oh well. First of all, let us try to continue. Now we get a +10 stability after completion for the affinity bonus, so I guess again there's no real downside to building this, and look at that yield. That yield is amazing. So we will definitely build that then, and we'll see how we go. Now the unicorn's horn. I haven't seen this one before, I think. Undisagreeable, or a disagreeable consequence of your great renown is the stream of desperate chancers and snake oil salesmen mingled amongst the genuine opportunities brought before you. Today brings a self-proclaimed legendary hunter from a far-off land who claims to have snared a unicorn. He presents what he professes to be the fabled beast's horn, and swears it will heighten the radiance and physical energy of whoever owns it. It is an elegant and unusual object, to be sure, but the odd twisting markings along it could be artificial, should you then get the horn. All of our options have a chance of triggering another narrative event. We could experiment. Whatever this really is, if it has some health boosting effect, then all should benefit from it. We must strive to find out more. We can get extra science at the cost of money. This might be okay. We could requisition it. This trader clearly preys upon the gullible. Confiscate the horn so he cannot deceive others. Perhaps we can ascertain its true origin later, which moves us towards authority. Or purchase it for the cost of 1,000 gold, which we cannot even afford, which would cost celebrating. Current effects, preview effects, we will get some industry, but 5%. It's not great. I think we'll requisition it instead. Though, of course, the science would be nice. We would lose some stability, however. +5, we would lose 5 stability. We'll requisition it. Figure that's the way to go.
Knowledge, in a form that is codified and searchable, has become available to all.
Alright, let's see if these guys... Yeah, coastal ship destroyed by spending more than one turn in deep water. So after this they might actually die. Because there's no easy way to hop across. The only place to go would be up here. Which we actually might have to do. Then let's also get another barrage over here. The only place we can build it is this province right there. So let's see where we can get the most yield. 10-16, that is decent. 12-4 and 2, you know. So food would be pretty strong over here. This is better in terms of production. This is actually a decent location. But production, I think, look at that, we could get 3 in a row. That would be interesting. Let's go for that actually. Let's ignore the food. Let's go for pure production. And then the Great Mosque of Jenny. We could actually go ahead and start building this as well. I guess it doesn't really matter where we build it. We can try to find a useless tile that doesn't provide much yield of anything. There are some dead spots for sure that we could build this. Let's build it right there. Why not? Alright. Military architecture has been researched that gives us access to the Danvi Gaja, our unique unit. Meanwhile though, these guys are at risk of being lost at sea, so we'll have to withdraw them, unfortunately. Stealth activity detected. Concealed foreign units are present in San Lorenzo.
I do hate to be the bearer of bad news, but a stealth army has entered your empire. Very, very stealthily.
Alright, interesting. I guess it's this envoy. That's a bit weird though. Alright, let us go ahead and help with the construction of the Great Mosque of Jenny. Fields of Plenty, industrial production. Alright, we have a choice to make. +1 farmer slot on city or outpost per farmer's quarter, or +1 trader slot on city. Food is always an issue. I'm going to go with nationalized industries, which
control of vital products and resources, paradoxically, could provide more freedom and autonomy.
That's the thing I usually tend to go for anyway. And then actually let us get feudalism next, so we can get a colony model, as well as crop rotation with +1 food on tiles producing food, as well as peasants to defend our cities, which are better than what we currently have. Now we have none over here, and we can actually go ahead and spend some of our influence to build a port, because why not, right? And now we could evolve this into a city, which I don't really see a benefit to, or we could attach it. Now we also got access to Durukurigal Zoo again, they turned blue at least. We could attach this to Unuk, or to Chang'an, but Chang'an over here is already losing a lot of stability. I don't see myself fixing that really soon. Let's actually attach it to Unuk. That reduces us to 58% stability, but we could build a Barai there, which I'll accept. But of course, you know, first we're finishing off this Barai right there.
There's a stealth army inside your empire's territory. Now, any ideas on what they might get up to?
Interesting. We keep getting that notification, but yeah. Man, it's expensive to upgrade this unit. Let's see, 30 power to 31. I think we don't even want to upgrade the Nubing. I think it's still quite powerful in and of itself. Let's actually go ahead and grab this curiosity. Provides us with +80 influence, +70 science. This is going to take forever to get us to... well, actually 5 turns. That is not as bad as I expected, though. I guess we speed up a lot on this road. Look at that. That is a huge travel distance. They are unrestricted. They move faster on roads and have no restrictions on movement in foreign territory. Well, that is definitely faster on roads. I cannot argue with that at all. Let us continue with adding cities to the Great Mosque of Jenny. Because the faster we get this, the sooner we can get more fame, as well as we can try to get another Great Wonder. Agreements has made an agreement proposal. The Ghanaians. Monumental contractors, sure. Let's go ahead and sign that. They are condescending though, which is interesting, considering they're 4th in place. I don't know why. We are less powerful than them, and I guess that is all they care about. They see us as their closest challenger. Alright. We'll ignore our grievance for now. Let's end the turn here. Another envoy.
May we enjoy
Embassy. Again, no.
No, this will never happen.
And that doesn't seem to have any negative effect either. Oh, we get an agrarian star. So for having a certain amount of population,
greetings. My door is always
we sold
open to
resources, or we sold horses to the Maurians though. That is okay. They're quite needy. We need to research one more technology, which we will get on the next turn for another era star. We need 3 more districts. We need a bunch more estate stars, and we need to expand one more time to get another expansionist star. Well, for that we really need to be able to cross oceans, which is kind of hard to do. Ooh, 4 crossbowmen, that is very specific. We could get them for 20 turns, but again, we cannot cross the ocean with them, so until that is possible, it doesn't really help us. Let's see, if we build a commons quarter here, could we get anything really nice for it? I guess not. Influence, that's decent, but only 5 stability. Not much else we could build in terms of stability. +12 industry in 1 turn, we'll grab that for sure. After that, we might actually want to grab the charcoal kiln, because that is cumulative for all of our maker's quarters. And then, tainted waters. The river in Urim has acquired a sickly sheen and a noxious odor to match. It seems likely that the cause is the men and women of industry dumping their waste, everything from butcher's offal to blacksmith's ashes, into the no longer crystal waters. It is these same waters that many souls in Urim drink and bathe in, which would explain the high level of illness amongst both people and livestock of late. The people look to you for aid, while the traders and artisans worry that alternative measures will be too costly to endure. Which then is the higher calling, our economy or well-being? Well, that is very modern, I would say. We could pronounce, decree that businesses must dispose of their waste downstream, no matter the inconvenience. Health matters most. We will get bountiful, plus 15 food for 10 turns. We could authorize, profit is all, leave businesses free to manage their own affairs so long as they pay their taxes, with the plus 17 industry per turn. Or divert, to minimize disruption. Order that people only drink from public fountains and hope enough of them obey. Prosperous on Urim, plus 15 money per turn. Man. Urim, how are we doing on food? Pretty decent. Industry could be better. We got 7 industry per worker. This moves us away from freedom. Actually, let's authorize. I don't think it's going to have a terrible effect. I guess. I don't know.
I do hate to be the bearer of bad news, but a stealth army has entered your empire. Very, very stealthily.
Alright, so we got feudalism, which means we are now producing more food, and in addition we get a scientist star. And then we need to research something new. So interpreters, actually we can get foreign outposts, and what does it lead to? The cog, boarding vessel, skilled navigator, and that leads to caravels, naval transport. High sea ignores any penalties from deep water. Yeah, so that would be the way to go. Let's actually go ahead and grab foreign outpost, then we'll grab seafaring mastery, and then we'll have to move on to the next age to get the free mastered ship. But I'd like to have all of that in place before we do so. These kind of stealth units are driving me nuts, I have to say. But we are getting closer and closer to doing what we want to do, or what we need to do. Which is getting an envoy in enemy territory, so that we can grab some leverage. Meanwhile, I have no idea how much leverage I am myself producing. So that is interesting. I guess we need to build something in terms of stability. We could lose some food. Right there, the plus 10. I guess that will be the way to go. We could do the land racer thing again. I'm not sure if that is worth it though.
Sovereign.
Right, so we have some crises. Our war support is slowly growing. They are hesitant. We follow different religions, which they don't like. We signed a new treaty. We renounce our grievances against them, which they like, and we have not interacted with this empire recently. We could try to make them
Enough of your false gods.
change religions,
Convert now.
which they don't like, but this is actually growing our war support. So I'm okay with that. Let's demand them to do it. They're not a huge empire. They have one big city. I don't know how many troops they have, but that is definitely interesting. Now, if we could make allies with Karal over here, the Maurians, that would be nice.
I think we can undertake a common venture. Do you agree?
I cannot in good conscience accept this proposal.
Well, that is unfortunate.
You do amuse me.
We could demand that they do it. In which case, I don't know. They are now the Mississippians, by the way. They changed from the Mauryan to the Mississippians. Do we want to demand it? It would be nice, I suppose. We already have all the peace-related treaties in place. I don't think it's great to have to demand an alliance, so maybe ignore it for now. As for these guys, they're condescending. They probably don't want to do this either. We have a lot of leverage against them, though. That is kind of interesting. We could maybe do something with that.
I think we can undertake a common venture.
But yeah, they don't want to.
Once again, you show how inadequate you are.
I see you more clearly.
They're not as strong as us, though. No, actually, they are stronger than us. Alright, interesting. Meanwhile, the Mississippians have some changed things. They are needy of us. Well, I already kind of knew that, I guess. That's not really
30
new.
leverages. Next, you'll be looking for something to use against me.
Alright. That is new to the DLC as well. Not really that interesting or exciting, but hey. It's kind of interesting to see that they still make the announcer react to all the different things that you do. Right, foreign outpost has been researched. Interpreters, minus 10% on all resources money cost when buying a resource.
It is
trade.
hard to believe that something so grand and sumptuous could be built with humble brick and adobe.
300 fame, that is a lot. That is enough to keep us in second place, however. Someone else is growing beyond us.
My
They
time
made.
is precious, so let us keep to matters at hand.
Let's see, another empire is attacking them. You know what? Let's actually sign
This is
it
good
this
for
time.
us. We accept.
Let's dance.
So,
Maybe now
what do you
they
say?
want to agree.
Your proposition does not
No.
meet our...
Ungrateful. Ungrateful for sure. Alright, so let us actually... these guys can wait one turn, then on the next turn they can move here. And then on the second turn they can move there, and that will get us safe. So they will not die at sea. That is the way to go. Meanwhile, in San Lorenzo, what could we build here? Public fountain for stability. We'll keep it as an option for sure. Plus 16 science for the library. Takes 4 turns. I think that's the way to go. Let's go ahead and invest in that. The stability of Urim is greatly improving because we built the Great Mosque of Jenny in its territory. So that is nice. What else could we do? Plus 14 science. We'll invest in libraries. The libraries are actually quite powerful. And I think that will keep us up to date with science production as well. We'll go ahead and build an aqueduct in Chang'an over here to improve our stability a little bit. And this one is just separate. This is just this one territory. And we have some leverage over here. That's interesting. Ooh, tainted waters. We have diseased on Urim for 10 turns. Minus 20 food. Which is actually not terrible. We're still growing. Great. Then our faith has spread quite a bit. And it seems we are the first religion to get to tier 2 because we have everything still left to select. Undertake pilgrimage, plus 2 influence on religious district. We only have the one. Minus 25% cost of enacting civics, and cancelling civics though is nice. Could do yield to none, plus 10 war support and grievance trigger on relations. Is decent. Observe fast, +5 food and harbor, +2 on religious districts. We don't have many harbors. Protect the weak, +5 stability on garrison, +1 combat strength in combat for units in or adjacent to the district, and +2 stability on religious district. We could give alms for more money, or bear not false witness, +5 science on research quarters. I am leaning between bear not false witness and protect the weak, because stability is a constant issue. And normally speaking, I don't really build a lot of garrisons because they don't provide a lot beyond its defensive value. But let's go with bear not false witness. We are going to continue our trend of science. I want to keep up with that. Let's have a look at our... Alright, so yeah, we're not spreading beyond our island. But our island is firmly under our control. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, for sure. Ooh, look at how far this guy could move. That is crazy. Alright, let us have him run all over the place, all the way into the city, and see what we can see. Well, they have a regiment of the English in their lands. They might actually be at war.
We welcome this opportunity for dialogue.
They are at war with, yeah, with these guys. Yeah. Alright then, that makes sense. These guys might actually get wiped out because it is just a one unit. These guys are going to move out into the deep waters. We'll grab this territory. Then after that we might be able to move from here into here and then from there into there. And then we'll grab this territory as well. And we'll expand our holdings overseas.
At last, we meet the Poles. Their cavalry might have wings, but they are definitely birds of prey.
The Poles. Oh, these are the #1 in terms of... actually, they're not anymore. They were for a while.
I hope you are one who keeps their word.
And they are the Poles. Interesting. Let's introduce ourselves. Cool-headed, forgiving. That's nice. Moneymaker, merchant prince, okay. And luxurious. These are the good trade partners, I would say. Treaties, we'll try trade luxuries. They don't like that.
Your proposal is...
Alright, sure. Deny us then, if you so choose. Alright, let us actually move around, because I don't know, like, I don't know the detection range on leverage, so maybe it's not wise to move them as far as they can go every turn. Alright, you're going to jump onto here. And let's actually have a look at where we could settle. 317, 313, 3... This is not great for food anywhere, almost. 612, that's decent. We could expand in different directions. 612, 910, 316, 11.8. 9.7. 612, 910, 312. $6.12 is okay. 9.10 might be better. 3.16, 11.8. You know what? Let's go ahead and grab that spot right there. I think that's the most balanced option for sure. Oh, we don't want to attack you. What are we even attacking? Archers and chariots? No. No, thank you. Meanwhile, then, we can... Ooh, look at the stability in Unok. That's horrible. Let's actually make some stone rings here this time. Next to the other one, maybe. I don't know. Nah, let's put it into a dead zone that doesn't provide us with anything. These guys are improving their stability, so that is nice. We can grab plus 12 food for 1 turn of production. We'll grab that for sure. Crap, really? Holy shit. Yeah, let's do an instant resolution on that. There's no way we're saving that. That is already the end of our envoy. That is terrible. Get a Steed Star. That's cool. Builder Star, maybe soon. Actually on the next turn, because Stone Rings counts as that. San Lorenzo, meanwhile, what should we do with you? Let's see what we can get for you in terms of improvements. No, it doesn't hurt to get barracks. Minus 10% on unit industry cost is actually decent. You know what? Let's go for it. Why not? We'll get stone walls on Urim as well. Since that is only 2 turns and it is becoming an important city. With that, now we also get a Builder Star. That puts us back on the #1 spot. So this is kind of neck to neck actually, which is really exciting. That's kind of cool. Alright, stability is improving. What else could we do? We could grow another army, I guess. Maybe we should build a Dan Vigaja at this point. That's not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. Plus 7 industry, plus 3. Plus 9 for 6 turns. That is kind of weak, because it takes a lot of effort. But I guess we'll go with a lumberyard here on Chang'an. Crap. Alright, retreat. Where do you come from? We did actually get a Radalta set up, so that is nice, but it might get wrecked. Who knows?
You have unlocked seafaring. To safely travel the dangerous, hungry oceans. You can cause trouble anywhere you want now, and have a better chance at getting away with it.
Yeah, instant resolution there as well. I kind of figured that might happen since it's only the 1 unit. But, you know, there's always hope. Let us actually make sure that we can hold on to this territory. Takes a long ass time to get there, unfortunately. I guess we will be making something else here in terms of units, probably, but let me check if there's any obvious powerful upgrade for us to get. Plus 10 food, actually, in 1 turn. We'll go ahead and grab that, because why not, right? As for research, theology gives us access to the manuscript atelier, plus 1 science per researchers, as well as extra city cap, so that is not bad. Let's actually go ahead and grab that. And we'll end our turn right there. Stealth.
There's a stealth
50
army
again.
inside your empire's territory. Now, any ideas on what they might get up to?
Ooh, plus 10 stability right there. We'll go ahead and make a commons quarter. Actually, we can buy it out as well, because why not, right? And then we could build something else. 11 food from this is good. Plus 3 food from that, not great. Plus 9 industry, that's okay. Plus 2 is weak. We could go for barracks as well. But for now, let's actually grab animal barns. And San Lorenzo is going to be building. Plus 10 food is not bad. Flood irrigation on the river. Plus 4 industry, plus 2, plus 4. We'll grab flood irrigation. And then Urim over here, again, is finally a little bit stable. We'll try to keep that going for as long as possible. Maybe grab barracks, so that we can produce units more quickly. That always seems kind of weak at the minus 10%. But at the same time, yeah, you know, feels pretty good. Ah, man. I was kind of hoping we could get this into a city, but apparently it cannot happen. Demands refused. Do we want to go to war with these guys? No, we will withdraw our demands for now. Alright, these guys could definitely help out. We'll send these guys over here as well. 15 turns. Takes bloody forever to get anywhere. This goes back up to that much. 78%. Plus 7 industry. We'll grab barracks for the 1 turn. And then one final thing, because we've been playing for some time already, we'll go through the human animal fundamental values. What do we want to do? Minus 50% on garrison industry costs or minus 50% on commons quarter industry costs? We will go with public happiness.
A bit of flexibility and freedom is more than worth a bit of risk, right?
That doesn't benefit us at all. And we have an ongoing ransack, which I'm completely aware of. We are not going to be able to stop that, but we do have enemy units, or friendly units actually on the way. Beowulf reached the early modern era, going from the Ghanaians to the Dutch. Ooh. It's interesting because Beowulf over here
Love or hate at first sight.
doesn't have a lot of fame. So I guess he didn't build many wonders or discover many interesting places. But that's about it. This is interesting, there's a little bug thingy there. I guess these guys became members of someone else because we cannot praise them with anything, even though we have the established contact agreement with them. So someone made them into a client state. Now let us go ahead and actually grab or praise them with some influence. They have a lot of patronage from all empires, so we're not catching up with that, I think, but let's give it a solid go. Why not? Right? We make enough money at this point, as well as influence, that I'm not too worried about it. We still have a majority share of their patronage. Let's go ahead and spend some more money on them as well, just to make sure that we maintain that. And at this point, we might actually consider getting some of these other treaties. Plus 38 money, for example, to offset the money that we're spending on them is not bad for a one-time cost of influence, which we will regain in the 1 turn already. Now, they do have access to 2 unique strategic resources. We don't... Ooh, that is so much science. We should have invested in this ages ago. Let's go ahead and grab that as well. And that, of course, extends their lifespan. They will be around for another 36.8 turns, and we might be able to do other things to keep them around. Ah, crap, I shouldn't have clicked that end turn button. Just wanted to see what was happening next. I was going to end the video right there, but unfortunately for myself, we will keep going. Because it is late, that is why I say unfortunate. I'm having fun, so I don't mind that in the slightest, but yeah, that's actually, we need a farmer's quarter because we don't have enough space for farmers. We'll buy this one out, and that keeps us from starving, but that means it's probably time to build a military unit. Is there anything that could give us extra experience on them? Not yet. Let's grab some pikemen, and we'll grab some swordsmen. And that should keep the city from starving. Though, of course, it's going to decrease our money per turn. Plus 5 over here. It's really not great, but we'll grab it because we need stability. Urim over here is doing pretty well. We'll go ahead and make some crossbowmen in this city. Then we have last rites. The holy city of Unug is famous across the world. Every year, thousands of followers of the faith come to the city in their old age, hoping that if they die, they will be able to partake in funeral rites near to the stone rings. This practice has been condoned for many years, but space is becoming limited. and tensions between locals and outsiders grows more heated with every passing season. How should the incoming faithful be treated? We can refuse them, which increases our stability. We can welcome them, which increases our money per turn. Or we can do limits, which gives us plus 25% faith on districts. You know what? I don't really need either of these. Let's go with fanatical so we can push our religion a little bit further. And with that, I will put an end to this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more. And I'll see you guys for whatever video I do next.